Hello, happy Sunday. It's October 27th and it's around 10:30 in the morning and it is about 70 degrees here in Scranton and it's pouring down rain. I had my window cracked and I just closed it because you could hear it. You can still kind of hear the rain. The gutters are flooded and it's definitely a day where you just want to sit around and either read or stitch. Sadly, I can't do those things. Because tomorrow I leave for St. Pete Beach, Florida for a week for my work conference. 600 wine-loving people will be descending on the beach starting, well, tomorrow, but really the big conference starts on Thursday. There'll be 600 attendees, so it's been a crazy week. I went in very early so that I could leave on time most days, but by the time I got home I was really kind of brain dead, so I didn't get a ton of stitching done, but I did get some, and now I'm kind of kicking myself for those couple days where I went to bed at 8 o'clock instead of stitching, because I really like I like setting goals and I like reaching them, and I did not reach all of my goals, but that's okay. I packed. I'm like 90% packed for conference, which is a big deal, and then yesterday I didn't work. I took the day off from my job and I stitched some. I did some finishing on some ornaments that I'm going to show you. I went to Target because I needed a couple things before the trip. I met a friend for breakfast, and that was about it. It was nice. I went to bed early. My boyfriend stopped by briefly. So I had a nice yesterday after a very stressful week. There's a lot going on at work, so I'm really hoping conference goes well. If you guys could keep your fingers crossed for me that all is well, that would be super great. I need it. Anyway, I guess that's probably enough about my work life, because I'm sure I'll talk about it more. Ooh, I'm getting old, these wrinkles here. Also, can you see, right? There we go. Those are, my friend's son got me lilies for my birthday, and I split the bouquet. So there's one bouquet up here. I kind of have a sitting room on the second floor of our house, and then we have a bouquet on the the first floor, which is where my grandmother is and spends most of her time. We have very different tastes in television, in that I watch NCIS and Flosstube, and she doesn't like either of those things. She watches a lot of news. It doesn't stop. So I have big news. My goal was to finish FFO 20 of the 20 ornaments for my grandmother, and I have 5 FFO'd. So I'm going to show you 4. One of them I'll show you next time. It's wooden, it's round, it's from Joann's, and you just stitched the letters in, and so that's obviously done. It was like 79 cents, and I wish I would have bought every single one they had. But anyway, I FFO'd these ornaments yesterday. I decided when I was taking the day for myself that I really needed to do this, because if I didn't, I would be worried about that at conference instead of things like the 600 people. So the first one I did, it's not perfect, but I'm pretty pleased with it. So here's Joy. I don't know what this will look like for you, and then the back, it's just, this is felt from Joann's that I just cut to size, and then I did use the sticky back on the cross stitch, but I also used a lot of hot glue, and then this is hot glued on. This was on clearance. So Joann's puts their Christmas stuff from the year before that they still have left out in June or July. So I went a little crazy. I have to wipe my nose, so I'm going to get out of the picture here. Hang on. Sorry, I just don't want you to see that. My allergies. Anyway, sorry about that. Excuse my back. So the ribbon was like 79 cents for the whole thing, and then the felt, I got 5 or 6 sheets. I got white with silver, which you'll see, and then I got the red. It was 50 cents or 39 cents or something. I wish they had more of the red, but they didn't. I got 2 sheets of it. So anyway, you can kind of see here where I folded it over, but that's okay. My grandmother was like, well, we'll just keep that one for us. Also, I don't know anything about glue guns, so I bought the high heat one. My fingers My fingers are sad about that. They hurt today. I burned them so much that finally I started using like a pencil. So when I was gluing, I would like use a pencil to hold it down because I was burning myself, but then I couldn't get the stuff to stick and it was just, anyway. So there's number one. And then the second one is the same, but it's a little better than the first one. So there's number two. You know, I'll smile like that and YouTube is never going to pick it for my screenshot. This is the Big Joy one. Now, when I cut this one, I did not leave myself enough room to fold the fabric over. So I think I'm going to try to, we'll see, go around with like cording, because I have one of those quarter things that Vonna uses, but I have to watch more videos. But so this is kind of a big one. It's bigger than my hand. And I like that one. Hindsight being what it is, I should have done 20 ornaments with letters. I really like letters. And then this is the fourth one I did, and it says, Happy Holidays. I realize none of these are perfect and that there are many talented finishers in the world, and I'm not one of them. But this is what I did in my house yesterday on my 100-year-old ironing board, because it was in the attic, so it's wooden, and it's for people who are much short. I'm 5'10", and it's for someone who's like 5'4". They're short Irish women who lived in the house before me. So I have to like sit to iron, because otherwise I'm really bent over. So I've got my wooden ironing board and my 1960s sewing machine, and I'm ready to go. My modern glue gun that burned my fingertips though. So I mean, I think they're fine. Do you guys think they're okay? Just tell me yes, it'll make me feel better. So when I get home from conference, obviously I have 15 more to go, but I can do it. Now I feel a little more confident. I know I can do it. This took me about an hour and a half. And you know, I remember last week I showed you the board, my cutting board that I had, left out in the car. Well, I didn't have the guts to take it back. I don't. It's here. I'm gonna have to throw it away. I was stupid, not Hobby Lobby. But I was at Joann's, and they had this little guy for $10, and I had a 50% off coupon. It's that Simplicity Vintage line. And I used this to cut my boyfriend's mother got me a rotary cutter. She had it. She's an incredible seamstress. Incredible. So she had this already, and she gave it to me. So I used it for that, and the box cutter I used to cut the mat board. Or not the mat board, the sticky board. Sometimes my history in museums means that I say things like mat board when it's not. There's a difference. So this was really great. I'm considering, these are expensive. Like the ones at Joann's. The one at Hobby Lobby, the reason I got it was pretty cheap, but it's too big. And I think there's one in between this size and the size I have, and I think I might go get the medium sized, because this was good for some stuff, but it was also kind of small. But cutting, like using a ruler and cutting the cross stitch with the rotary cutter, wow, game changer. It was really great. I will say I was really nervous because I follow Pretty Southern on several of my like YouTube and the Insta, and I know she cut her fingertip off, so I will always be very careful, because I have nightmares about cutting off the tips of my fingers, like nightmares. I think because I sew a little bit. I cross stitch, I knit, I cook. I use my hands for so much, and I'm really scared that I'm going to cut them off. That would not be good. Anyway, those are my 4 FFO'd ornaments, and I feel much better knowing that 4 of them are done, and that I'll be able to whip them out in a week when I get back. So last week I was working on, well, the week when I saw you last, I was working on my friend's son's birth announcement. And I did finish June 28th, 2018. So the top row is done. We've got 2 more rows to go, but this is going away now. I've gotten to a point where I seem to do like a 1-week kind of rotation, for lack of a better, not on purpose, that's just how it seems to be working, because I only have 3 projects going. But so I worked on that for a week, and then last week when I finished that on Sunday evening, I briefly worked on, or maybe it was Monday, the Pride and Prejudice, and I worked on that a couple days this week. I was kind of hoping I'd get the second part done before I leave, and I think if I stay up late tonight I could, but I shouldn't do that because I have a crazy week. But, so here's this. Let's see. So, it was done to here, this was done, and like up to here was done. So what I've done is this, and this. So there's like a flower here, in a big vase that's the color of these. You know, maybe I can do it. We'll see. I would be really happy if I got this done and could put it away before I left for Florida tomorrow, and then when I came back, I think I'm gonna concentrate on my boyfriend's mother's houses. I really want to get those done. And I haven't touched them. I've done 2, and I haven't touched them since, and there's 11, and one of them is big, so I need to work on those. So that's my plan for after conference, is to finish the ornaments and make my boyfriend's mother's gingerbread houses. That's the Country Cottage Needleworks gingerbread houses. And I mean, guys, they're so cute. I love houses. Houses and letters, that's my thing. So that's how you speak my love language, apparently, when it comes to stitching. All right. So my friend Laura, I'm going to butcher your name, Laura. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I'll spell it. I'm bad. Currahe, Stitcher. And Currahe, she explained her name, and I still can't pronounce it. I'm really sorry. But she commented on my first video when I showed you guys this, my dimensions kit. That was all the little houses that I'm going to make my friends, and I'm going to make the church for me. And I didn't know this, she has her started. She started the bakery, and maybe this one. Oh geez, you can't see that, sorry. The bakery, and then maybe it was this one, I can't remember, or this one. She started 2 of them. And we're gonna do it as like a little stitch along together. I think my plan is this will be my new year, new start, because I want to make all 6 before next Christmas. So I need to start them. I really like this because unlike the Dimensions, or Buselli, excuse me, kit that I got for the Christmas ornaments that I made, where the floss was just in a hank and I had to figure it all out, these are already on the thing, so it'll be much easier. It's thread organized, but I love this. I can't wait to make it. It looks like there's some half stitches and stuff in there. That'll be special for me. So I want to figure out a name for this. I want to do a Sal. Should we do a Sal? Let's do it. Everybody should get this. It's on Amazon. It was not expensive, or I wouldn't have bought it because I'm cheap. So let's do this together. So that's my new year, new start, unless I happen to finish all my Christmas stuff soon, and then I can start that. But we'll see. So I wanted to go over some haul and some some things that really make me happy with my stitching. So I showed you all my, ooh, hang on. Oh, never mind. My ornaments are on the floor. I'll just leave them. I'll get them after. You don't need to see my very large derriere. So I got this from the Simplicity line at Joann's. Thank you, Bernadette and Susie, for the Joann's gift cards, because so I got that at Joann's, and I love scissors, but I never buy them because they're wicked expensive and I have them, so I don't need more, but it was a gift card, so not my money. I got these. Aren't they precious? I like that they're white. They feel so fresh. The Simplicity line, have any of you guys seen it? I wish I was better at sewing because they have some really great 50s, 60s fashion that is what looks good on my body type because I'm, well, I'm a big woman, but I don't know. Am I hourglass? I don't know. It's the shape that looks good on me. So I'm tempted to buy one of the patterns and see if I can do it. But we'll see. They're kind of expensive, but I don't actually know how much a pattern for clothing should cost, so. And I'm sure I could, like, email my boyfriend's mother or text her and beg her for help, but she and I have no room to talk because I do this too. She would much rather just do it herself than teach you how to do it. So, like, she has made me 20 skirts that I've made one of. I bought this pattern online and it's super simple and I made it and I was super proud and I showed it to her. And she said, well, will you send me the pattern? And I did. And she has made me at least 15, maybe 20 skirts from that pattern. So I've never made another one because why would I? And she just uses fabric from her stash. It's really sweet of her. So she got me 3 skirts for Christmas, or for my birthday. That was a couple weeks ago, not Christmas. She got me skirts. That's like what she gives me. It's like 2 or 3 skirts for every holiday, which is great. So anyway, I got this at Joann's also. And then I have not looked at this yet, but I got what is this? Christmas cross stitch favorites. I like the magazines, guys. They're fun for me. Ooh. Hang on, let me find a picture of this. Wait a tick. Guys, this is House and Letters. These are a few of my favorite things. It says, Christmas is a time for friends, family, love, and joy, blessings, and making happy memories. The only problem is those letters are backstitched. I suck at backstitching. I want to be better, but I'm not. So I always get the magazines at Joann's. They get me every time. Oh, look. Oh, I spy Christmas ornaments for next year already. Which is actually why I got this, because I gotta start early for next year. I want to do better next year. I shouldn't look at this. You guys don't need to watch me look at this. But I got this at Joann's, and I got the hot glue gun and the glue sticks. And then I also haven't looked at this yet. I'm tempted to bring these with me to Florida for like pleasure, but then I have to carry them on the plane. But magazines are fun to look at. But anyway, I got my just cross stitch came. And I have not looked at this either, but they've not yet disappointed me. I mean, Christmas gift tags! Stop it right now! Oh, man. Shouldn't have looked. I'm gonna say this about the two. I think they're the same price. This one has the paper is much nicer than this. And then I also get, what is it? Primitive punch needle and something. The punch needle cross stitch one that Ivana does a finishing tutorial in. I get that in my, like I just have a digital subscription and I regret that decision. I should have gotten it physical. So when that expires, I'll do it again, but I'll get it in paper form also. I don't remember if it saves you any money or not, but I like that for the small business that's putting it out. Primitive punch, I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, the small business that's putting it out, they know how many to make in advance. So that's my haul for this week. It's not much. And I probably won't have any. Actually, so here's a question. I am going to the cardiologist in New Jersey. It's about an hour and a half away on November 7th. My local doctor, who was not actually local, he was about an hour away. He moved to New Jersey, and I need to reestablish as a patient. And I want to go to a cross-stitch shop. I'm going to be in New Jersey. I'm taking the whole day off of work because of what has been a crazy time of year. and I want to treat myself. I'll go down early. I can go to a shop right when they open. So if you know, Jersey's really not that big. So if you know a cross-stitch store in New Jersey, let me know. Because when I've been Googling it, it's been a lot of that painted canvas, and that's not what I'm looking for. So I don't know if I'm Googling wrong or what I'm doing. So cross-stitch store in New Jersey, let me know. You can email me, cathercar@gmail.com, if you don't want to comment. Now, let's talk tools, because I'm someone who I love to shop, and I know who I am as a person, a self-aware shopper. But I love the tools for the trade. Like, I like when things are easier. So another thing that I have, oh, excuse me, I'm a two-handed stitcher. So when I stitch, let's see, you probably don't care at all. I put mine on a thing, like on a stand, and I push down with the, can you see that? Like with the sharp end of the needle, and then I go back up with the blunt end, like that. So I was discovering that I was like, my middle finger, which is what I use to, like, you know, I don't know, stitch. I was particularly with linen fabrics, because the holes are smaller than an Aida. It was like nerve damage or something. It would like shoot up my arm with pain. So I got one of these little plastic, I'm like giving you guys a finger. I'm not, but I am. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. How do you, it's just one of these little plastic thimbles that they have at Joann's and Michael's and Hobby Lobby. And the medium fits my middle finger perfectly. And I had 2 packs, and they each came with a medium sized, and I've only got this one left. But this has really helped, particularly when I'm stitching a lot, because when I have time, I'll stitch for 2 hours a night, every night, and then all day Saturday if I can, because I love it. It makes me feel less stressed. But this has been a lifesaver. I also, when I started stitching the Grayson's birth announcement, that's on 18 count Aida. So before that, I had been working on that big blanket that I showed you guys a while ago. You want to see it again? It's right here. My big blanket. And this is over 3. And I mean, the holes are huge, obviously, since you can like see through my stitching. So I hadn't had any problems with thread like wearing down or needing wax or anything. I had never heard of that. I might sneeze. If I do, I'm sorry. So I got, from watching Vanna, I bought, she uses Thread Magic. I just bought a thread cube because I guess they don't make the magic stuff anymore, and there was a scandal, you know, whatever. But when I did the common threaded stitcher, someone commented, I don't remember who. It might have been my girl Coco. Who I've just decided is going to be Coco forever. But she told me about Robot Mom Sews, and it's just like thread wax, and I just put my finger over it and pull it through. She does a Harry Potter line. If you say Harry Potter, take my money. Here you go, Harry Potter. And she has, this one's Butterbeer, which is like my favorite scent of all time, because butter is life. So it came with 7, but the Butterbeer has definitely been the one I've used the most. And when you're using a smaller count or a bigger count or whatever, it's been really helpful. And then I also love you guys, hang on again, I gotta blow my nose, sorry. You must think I'm so rude, I'm sorry, I can't stop. So, so stop saying so, Katie. I follow That's So Kelly company because I was watching her and Mama June. And Kelly's got the kind of personality that I really like. She's bright and vibrant and happy. And she's incredibly talented. And she does a little bit of everything. And she makes me want to buy a Cricut. I don't need a Cricut at all. What would I do with it? But she makes me want one. So she sells these Bitsy Bobs, and you can buy them so that they're like just a rug that you put your thread on, or you can get a pretty one that folds and you open it, and then your floss goes right there, and then when you take a piece off, the leftover goes here and your needles stick there, and I can put my scissors in here. So what I have discovered, I have 3 of them. I got one for my birthday, and then I ordered myself 2. Don't tell anybody. I ordered this one because she came out. I had been asking her to do a Harry Potter one for a while. So when she came out with a Marauders map one, I was weirdly watching Etsy to wait for her to update, and she did. And I think I had it ordered in like 2 minutes because I thought there'd be like a great run and they'd be gone. I can't have that. So anyway, I have this one I just showed you. I have a Marauders map from Harry Potter one, and then my friend got me, she did a, oh, I have it right here. She did a, it was the sampler stitcher, and I just thought it was so charming because she does like special ones with little patterns. This one didn't have a pattern, but with little patterns and extras. So this is actually for Grayson's. Whoopsie. So some of my floss is still on bobbins. I don't bobbinate anymore. And then the sampler edition is really cute. It came with, like, it says sampler stitcher and has a little flower, and then it's got an embroidered flower on the inside. So this is felt, and your floss sticks right to it, and it has really made my stitching a lot easier. I love this thing. Kelly, girl, you're a genius. Genius. And it's also made me start, hang on. So I have been cutting my floss, not terribly evenly, but into the length that I like for stitching. I use one strand that I fold in half so that I can start it easily. So that's why they're so long. But I pre-cut them and I put them on here, and then you can just, you see, you just, watch, I won't be able to do it now. You take one thread and you just, and that's it. Love it. Thank you, Kelly. You're a genius. I'm probably going to order like 6 more that I don't need. See, I like to buy things. It makes me happy. Shopping makes me happy. Self-aware, though. Anyway, gosh, we're getting long. I'm sorry. And I haven't been talking about stitching. I wanted to say, if you guys, ooh, there's glue on these. If you saw my ornaments, they've got like the what do you call this? Pretty edges? Pinking shears. These were my mom's mother's, my Grandma Becker, and these are WISS CB7, made in the USA, and they are for righties, not lefties like me. But I've never been able to use these before, but I really wanted a pretty edge on the ornaments, so I took my time and was able to use them. And actually, I'm really pleased with how it came out down there. So I was able to use Grandma Becker's pinking shears, so thank you, Grandma. I love you. May you rest in peace. And then when I was going through, I got some of her sewing stuff because my mom was really the only one who sewed. And you guys, I can't use them because they're for right-handed people, but look at this leather case with her sewing scissors. These are also WISS. Oh, it's fake leather, I'm sorry. Case was made in Austria. And, I mean, they're beautiful. But I'm lefty, so they're beautiful and I can't use them. But they make me think of her, and red was my favorite color growing up. I'll never get these scissors back in. But I didn't know I had them, and then I was going through her thread and they were in there. So thanks, Grandma Becker, you're the best. And then, oh, I have one more haul thing. I'm sorry. So now y'all watch Erica D. House, right? She lives in Colorado. Her husband was or is in the military. She's got 2 adorable toddlers. I'm assuming they're adorable. She understandably does not share them on the internet, but they sound adorable. They sound like normal kids. But anyway, like 2 months ago, or maybe 3 now, she talked about going to Hobby Lobby and finding this. Twas the Night Before Christmas in fabric form. And I was at Hobby Lobby, mine, and they had it. And the directions are right on the fabric with pictures. And I asked the girl, I was like, do you think like a novice sewer could do this? And it really doesn't look hard. It has lines for you to cut. I had to buy just the spatting for it. And I'm going to make it for Grayson for Christmas. My little boyfriend, I love him. So if I don't get the birth announcement done for Christmas, at least this will be, I'm going to work on this as soon as I get back from conference. I'd like him to have this before Thanksgiving. His mom loves handmade stuff, so she'll be really excited. So Erica, thank you for telling me about this. It wasn't expensive because just like all their fabric, it was 40 or 50% off. And then the batting I got a coupon on. I don't think this cost me $10, or if it did, it was not $15. Let's say between $7.50 and $15 for the whole thing. And that'll be a nice gift for him. So that is good. And I've gone for a long time now. I'm sorry. I think that's all I have for you. I will not check in on Flosstube next week because I'm not bringing any stitching with me to Florida. I'm going to take knitting for the airport, but planes are too small for my large self to knit. Usually I read on the plane. And then when I get back, like I said, my plans are to, if I haven't finished the second part of the Pride and Prejudice, Sal, to work on that, and then to work on my boyfriend's mother's houses and ornaments. So hopefully, God willing, before I see you again, I will do a FFO parade of ornaments. We'll see. Thank you guys for listening. I know, as always, I'm all over the place, and I say so and like and hopefully that gets better. Maybe it won't. I'll keep trying. I love you guys. I love the comments, and I love when I get a notification that I have a follower. I like when people, it's so sweet because people comment on like my Instagram and they're like, oh, I follow you on Flosstube, and I'm like, who, me? Stop it. It's so exciting. So I'm going to take my grandmother out for lunch now, and then when I come home I have to work for a couple hours. So guys, any good vibes you've got for me for conference, I will take them. Thank you so much. I hope that your weather is nicer than mine and that you have a day full of stitching and a wonderful 2 weeks. I will miss you. Talk to you soon. Bye.